Have you ever played in a game like that before then, Kabongo?
Nah, not really. Obviously, coming up from youth team, obviously you don't expect the intensity of the game to be so high, but now I haven't experienced something so high in terms of like the tempo and everything.
I mean, how are you feeling it's going so far then in the Van North?
Yeah, it's going really good. You know, I've really come out here to obviously get the experience. You know, playing men's football week in and week out. You know, try and get out as many goals as possible. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. You know, it's a bit different, obviously, from Championship football. But you know, you still get a lot out of it. You know, playing against men, and obviously, it's what's going to build me on to the next step.
Okay. And what did Milton Keynes say to you then when he came to Cornwall? What's the whole idea of the move?
Obviously, the whole plan of it was for me to get minutes and obviously play men's football, because obviously I haven't experienced it yet. Last year I went out on loan at Aldershot and Chelmsford, and that didn't really go well for me. So the whole plan here was to come and obviously making sure that I get game time and do as well as possible. Obviously get as many goals as I can in a month loan.
I mean, the team play to your strengths then, Kabongo. You're enjoying it here, are you?
Yeah, I'm loving it, because obviously the way, the formation that we play links in with the way that we play at the Dons with the 4-2-3-1. So obviously that works out well for me, and I like the way that we play out from the back. You know, we don't play like some of the conference team here, so I like that.
Okay. And you've got some good pacey players around you, good creative players around you as well, haven't you?
Yeah, obviously we've got the likes of our 10 that's really creative, and our wingers are quite quick, so obviously we try and exploit out wide, and obviously from that we build around a team, and obviously try and get in as many as possible.
So I mean, you're here for a month, Kabongo. I mean, do you think you might stay here maybe a bit longer?
Yeah, that's the plan. Obviously I'm looking to just take it a step at a time, and obviously take it game by game, and just trying to improve myself in getting that match fitness and getting the experience of playing men's football, and obviously try and get in as many goals as possible.
Okay. I mean, how many hat-tricks have you scored? No, you scored a lot of hat-tricks last season, I guess.
Yeah, last season. Yeah, with the youth team I scored quite a few. I think it was 4 or 5. But obviously I'm trying to step that game up and obviously bring it out into men's football, and obviously get as many as possible as well.
I mean, how does that hat-trick rate with all the other hat-tricks you've scored then, Kabongo?
I've scored a few, but obviously your first ever hat-trick in senior football is always the one that you were delighted with. So yeah, I was really impressed, getting the 3 goals today.
Okay. I mean, what did Tommy say to you at half-time? Because you came out a different team in the second half, didn't you?
Yeah, he told us that obviously, boys, you have to believe in yourself. Obviously we started sloppy, and we know that, that's why we conceded 2 goals. But he told us that, boys, you have to show me something else in the second half. And obviously we came out firing, and then we proved ourselves. It was a bit disappointing with the goals that we conceded at the end, but we have to just work on it and train it.
You took your goals very well, because they were only they're only really half chances, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. But obviously, as a striker, you have to try and make as many opportunities as you can with whatever the ball lands.
Okay. So how you joined MK Dons when you were very young, did you, Kabongo?
Yeah. Since I was 9 years old, I've been at the academy. I've been at the club for
Okay. So I mean, how come you joined so young? You scored lots of goals at school and stuff, were you?
Sorry?
You scored lots of goals at school, were you? Is that why you picked up some?
Obviously, I played for a local team when I was 8 years old, when I came in. I played for a team called Waterton, and obviously from there, in my first season, I scored quite a lot of goals. Yeah. Obviously from then it went to me playing for MK Dons.
Who sort of model your football on then?
Well, I like to watch a lot of Spanish football and seeing how they play, because obviously we all know that that's the best style, and obviously that's why they're one of the best nations in the world. So I try to watch the Spanish football, watch the strikers like Benzema and Suarez, seeing what type of runs they make, seeing that if I can match that in my game.
Okay. So I mean, would you hope to be back to in the first team maybe at MK Dons this season then, Kabongo?
Yeah, that's the plan, obviously, to try and get in as many experiences as I can for the first team. But obviously at the moment it's just looking out to get as many minutes as I can here and playing senior football with the men.
Okay. Would you be happy to stay for longer than a month then, Kabongo?
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I'll take into consideration, definitely.
So it's a bit more physical to what you used to than is it in this division, I take it?
Yeah, definitely. So much physical. Yeah. Obviously, back then, last year I played with players like 17, 17, 18, and obviously now you're playing against players that are probably twice your age. So obviously it's a lot different. But obviously you have to adapt to these sort of things if you want to be able to push on to the next step.
I mean, what sort of, how have you sort of adapted then, Kabongo? What sort of things have you done?
Obviously last year we had a few under 21 games which I was involved in.
Yeah.
And also I was involved in with the first team training session, and obviously sometimes we've done matches of that in training. And obviously I tried to use that to obviously help me to move to the next step into this men's football. So obviously I try and gain as much as I got in those games and try and put that into these games.
Okay. Because you sort of like, you've got a good turn of pace, haven't you? You get ahead of defenders and everything.
Yeah. Obviously that's something that the manager and I as LinkedIn, obviously he told me that in these leagues, you know, you'll get a lot of balls played into behind. So obviously he told me to just stay sharp on my feet and get ready and just stay sharp and try and get in as many times as I can.
Okay.